Hi everyone, I'm back from my first outing in the European GT4 Northern Cup, Brands Hatch, and at least on track everything went really well and I was pretty chuffed. It was a new team, new teammate, and the team with a lot of experience, so I was pretty confident going into the weekend. Again, with the track, knowing the track really well, much better than the majority of the European drivers which were going over there for the first time. I think that proved in the first practice because I was, other than two teams which had new tyres, we were fastest. So, and again in the second practice we were really quick. And as well with my teammate, he adapted to the track very quickly after we'd done a track walk, and I pointed him out a few things which I know are quite, they catch a few people out on that track. And then we worked really well together. Race 1. Chavez started in position 4, and it was he messed up the start a little bit. He got a bit confused or so with the light system, and I think he lost a couple places on the actual start itself. And but I was fairly confident in that his pace was really quick. He'd shown that all through practicing qualifying that in amongst the arms he can hold his own. And he did just that. He made up a few places back. Unfortunately, when it came to the pit stop, he did make another mistake with the whole timing sort of thing. 'Cause it's very, in them times in the races, everything happens very fast. Especially when you're coming at the pits, you've got a lot of different things you've got to do. But the most important one is to let the team know when you're crossing the line, because that's when the whole timing starts. Not only that, did he pulled it in the pit box a bit wrong and loads of little things, but anyway, it cost us about 10 seconds in the race, which is, it doesn't sound a little bit, it's quite a big chunk, and we ended up coming out 9th, which gave me quite a bit of work to do in the car. Fortunately, I made up 2 places because 2 more people had to stop in the pits, and from there it was just a case of picking off a car at a time. I used a lot of the restarts behind the safety car. Is a big opportunity to pass as well, and yeah, I ended up bringing the car home in 3rd place, which everyone was absolutely over the moon with and chuffed with. I think the drive I'd done in that race was really good as well. I was really pleased with myself, but unfortunately we were handed a 20-second penalty, and that was for overtaking on a safety car. The car I overtook, it just came out of the pits and was going quite slow. And it was a lap behind us as well, so I went over the radio and asked the team as well, and they seemed to think the same as well, so it was when I did pass it, but I guess we were both wrong, which was a shame, but in my head it was a 3rd place. It was a well-deserved 3rd place by not only myself but the team. But yeah, on to race 2, and again we started in 4th, but it was myself that was starting this time. I tried my hardest at the start, and it's very difficult at Brands Hatch from starting from the outside of the grid because you've got a very long turn 1. So I did lose a place. I was trying to attack, and that did compromise me a bit defensively wise, and I did lose a place on the first corner, which went back to 5th. After that, I was just sort of trying my hardest to keep up with the front pack, and made a really, what I think was a really cracking move on my teammate. Duncan. I went down the inside and it was millimetres apart, centimetres apart, whatever. It was really close for 3 or 4 of the fastest corners on the track, side by side, which was, for me, it was really, really intense. I'm sure for the team sat watching on the TV, it was the same sort of feeling. But no, I got the move done. I was really chuffed. And then, towards the end of my stint, I got a bit of drama with the Aston Martin again, which I was lapping. And there's no blue flag showing for some reason. I'm not sure what was going on there, but I went to overtake it and it just sort of turned in on me. I don't think it saw me at all. I don't think it was using its mirrors or whatever, but he turned in. Luckily we didn't have anything majorly damaged on the car, so we were able to continue. And I got it to the pit stop where my teammate took over. And Chavez done a good stint. He'd done a good solid stint, and he was putting the Aston Martin, the same one that turned into me, he was putting it under a lot of pressure, and he was trying to get past it, but again it was doing a similar sort of thing where it was just didn't even acknowledge he was there, and he was just turned in, and he was trying his best to avoid the contact every time. Unfortunately, one of the incidents he did try and overtake it under a double waved yellow, and again it did turn in, and he made contact, but the argument was this time that it was in a double waved yellow. So although we did finish third on the track, again we got another penalty handed to us for that contact with the Aston Martin, which again was disappointing, because for me I think we should have walked away with 2/3, but you know, that's the way it goes sometime. But you know, I'm fairly happy with how the weekend went, and quite enjoyed my first European GT4 experience.